Welcome to Big D, Dallas, Texas, and the house the Pony Express built. Dickerson and James and SMU hoping to restore the glory and get things started in this one. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on a team from the Pac-12, the SMU Mustangs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Mustangs will put total leather to crank us up. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. On the ready. Jackrabbit. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to throw, it's Bullock. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. Another big play for this Sooner receiver, dare I say, Hollywood-esque.
Hollywood is right, and that's one guy that comes to mind, by the way. But this offense, it just does what it does. No matter the name, no matter the coach, whoever it is, it's going to be high-flying, it's going to be fast-paced, and it's going to be really good.
From the gun, give on the inside. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Sooners now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, he'll throw it. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Bringing it back. Touchdown, SMU! And what a turn of events as this defense gets to pick six.
I mean, you talk about coming out of the defense and setting the tone and letting them know it's going to be a long game. Let's do this. How about a pick six on the first possession? Nice job by the defense coming out and striking first in this ballgame.
And right down the middle. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. On the run, it's Torres. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. You know, Oklahoma's DNA is being tough. They have a whole drill about being tough named after them, the Oklahoma drill, and they won that one.
Yeah, and we've seen that kind of come and go some throughout the years, but it started with serious physicality back in the day when they ran the option and just hit you in the mouth. But, you know, football's involved, and that's the one thing about this offense. Can they keep their physicality, assert their physicality? The good Oklahoma teams are physical.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Sooners can really attack on this second and short. Looking to pass, it's Bullock. They've got the screen set up. There he goes. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play.
And the Sooners will line it up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun to give to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No. At a return. Looking for space. It's Peoples. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Quickly complete. Still running at the 40. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Hand off from the shotgun. Got room to work. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. And the Mustangs want to crank the tempo.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He's got it at the 15. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a first down.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, and now the defense is really on its heels. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. He leaves it with his back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wide receiver going in motion. Quick release on the RPO. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Makes the grab. They will score. Touchdown Mustangs. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
To the air, it's Bullock. Fires to the right. He's got it. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Well, he's able to make it easy after that catch, and I think his speed is something that just scares DBs to death. And you think about great Oklahoma receivers recently, guys like CeeDee Lamb, Sterling Shepard, Hollywood Brown. DBs gave them so much cushion because they were afraid they were going to get run by, and I think that's how defenses treat this guy too. With his speed and his playmaking ability, he scares you to death, and that cushion helps him out tremendously.
The Sooners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Got it, looking for the first down. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
The Sooners have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Defense looks like they're coming. Scanning the field, it's Bullock. Buys a little time with his feet. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
After getting nothing done on 1st down, 2nd and goal from the 6. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. The run up the middle, looking for the score. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
All right, so now you're in this 3rd down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that, too. Getting the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's 4th down. 4th down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
This whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped twice already. Maybe they ought to try to score from deep. Trying to get it done with the run here on 3rd and goal. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. The extra point here would tie the game. That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Using his legs, it's Peoples. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the 1st down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it in the tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Looking downfield, it's Bullock. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. So, Jesse, they're able to connect on the crossing route against the zone. You run that pattern against that coverage. What do you have to keep in mind?
Well, the receiver needs to know where the soft spot is in the defense so he can gear himself down. And the quarterback, Reese, has to play with great timing. Because if he's too early or too late on the throw, that might get picked.
And the Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Give to the running back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Throwing right. Wide open downfield. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Wide receiver comes in motion. With jet sweep pass. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Looking downfield, it's Bullock. Fires to the end zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. You really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, SMU! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
And he finds the end zone again. I tell you what, man, this guy's going to be a force. You look at this offense, they find different ways to get him the football, different ways to use him. 3 times now he's entered the end zone, and not even 2 full games yet. This dude's a playmaker.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to throw, it's Bullock. Makes the grab, it's Cooper. They pick up half of it, it'll be 2nd and 5. The Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up. Off play action. Finds his tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
The Sooners really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
First step of this drive comes from their own 44. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking downfield, and time is running short. He makes a catch. That's where they'll mark him a very productive play and a 1st down. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. They'll immediately call timeout. The Mustangs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Got it in the middle, it's Potts. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Sooners will line up to kick off and start the second half. Looks like a penalty on the kickoff as the ball goes out of bounds. On the set. Let's go. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Peoples. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. They'll go with a direct snap. He's knocked out of bounds at the 42. Solid pickup on that one.
Really nice first down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. That one came in hot, and it's incomplete. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick completion on the out. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the first down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them 4-down territory, we're going to kick a field goal, whatever the next decision was going to be, and now the OC's like, don't worry about it. New set of downs, nice execution by this offense.
Quick completion to the right, and good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. He wants to throw it again. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Now facing a 3rd and long. They'll send the back in motion. Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Peoples. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Well, if you're trying to throw these curl routes against zone coverage, you got to have great timing. Nice job there by the quarterback, understanding where he wanted to go with it, but also the conviction. Did you see the arm talent on that throw?
And the Mustangs have it with a 1st and 10. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Guided out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 14.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Quarterback will keep it. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The Mustangs have it with a 1st and goal. Wants to go up top. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on 1st down by this offense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Bring in the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
You've got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants it all. Touchdown Mustangs! Fit it in the window for the score.
I'm going to spread you sideline to sideline with all my speed, make you cover the whole field. Nice job by the offense. Going with a little spread look, taking advantage of the speed they had on the field and getting the big touchdown.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Boise State was able to come away with the win, as they have so many times before in southwestern Idaho, but not without a few bumps along the way. Man, nothing is easy in college football. Top 25 teams and a very clear outcome today, guys. Ought to be fun to see how the rankings are impacted this week.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They come out now down by 2 possessions, 28-17, and hoping to use this drive to draw closer. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Breaks into the open. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Defense is about getting the guy on the ground, holding on for dear life. It's hard, I know, with so much speed on the outside, but you got to get that guy on the ground. When you miss one tackle, next thing you know, all that extra yardage is killing your defense.
The give out of the gun. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Rushes on him. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. The sure hands, it's Amaro. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. That play didn't have much of a chance to get the 1st down. Good job by the defense keeping everything in front.
Great job keeping everything in front, and most importantly, making the tackles. Dropping back deep, knowing he's 3rd and long, but I got to get the guy on the ground and rally to the football. Nice job by the defense.
With a double-digit deficit here in the 2nd half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it, 1st down and more. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. The Sooners are on the move. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? Unloads to the wideout. Picked off to stop the threat. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his 2nd interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
First snap in this drive will come from their own 17. To the ground with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You know, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield, made the tackle for loss.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. Pulls it in. It's Singleton. And he gets the 1st down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the 2nd half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They go to the ground. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We've been treated to an aerial show by these 2 guys so far as you check out their numbers. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Back to pass. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And he's got it for a big play. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone.
defense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Torres. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Sooner offense returns to the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
The Sooners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's Bullock. Finds his man, it's Thomas. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all offseason long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Passing game very effective on second down. What about here on third? From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, trailing this much in the fourth quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got him downfield. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on fourth down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field and catches the defense off guard.
Here's a heat. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
They're dealing with a second and long. To throw, it's Bullock. Trying to burn this defensive back. Makes the grab at the 10. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
Well, the offense is finding success throwing this guy's way. He just had a massive, massive play, his longest catch of the game. And I think if you're on offense, you got to keep looking this guy's way. He's now starting to prove that he's eating his guy alive in coverage, and he needs more touches.
And the Sooners are moving quickly down the field. D showing blitz. They might be bluffing. He wants to throw it. Under fire. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. First down, goal-to-go situation. You cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab on the left. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
cover here. To the air, it's Bullock. Fires to the wideout. Looking to get it in. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. That leaves him with a tough 4th down situation. You'd love to just chip into the lead, but at this point, a touchdown's what you're after.
And I think it just clears up the decision-making later in the game. But I think you stay aggressive here. You try to get the touchdown. You're not going to have very many opportunities like this left in this ball game in the 4th quarter.
Quick strike complete. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play, and now their offense is coming on the field.
The give, and tick, 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 tick. Turning it on! Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force-feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll move the wide receiver. Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see some of these jet sweeps, and they were ready that time. Great job communicating before the snap. Everybody had their eyes in the right place, and they're able to tackle the receiver for a loss.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the direct snap, it's Peoples. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. It'll be 3rd and long. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things they're going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.